Haribo! I'm Kalindi and this is Shaimali the cow. Haribo Namaste, Haribo Namaste, Haribo everyone and Haribo Namaste. We're going to have a kirtan now. If you'd like to join in with one of your instruments, you're most welcome. If you have a glockenspiel, why don't you play along? I'm going to be showing you my glockenspiel and how to play along with me playing the guitar in the kirtan. So I have my guitar here. I'm going to be playing today the chords A minor and G. So you can play these chords on a piano, keyboard, ukulele or a guitar, and you can also use a glockenspiel. When you use a glockenspiel, you won't be playing A minor, you'll be playing just the note A. And then when I play G, you'll be playing G. You can follow the notes that are on the screen. And don't forget to chant along. Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Siraswarupananda Paramahamsariti Namine Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Let's have a look at what that looks like on the glockenspiel. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. That was beautiful. Thanks for chanting along. Come on, Shaimali. Come on, Dubali. Do you have any pets? Pets are animals which live with us. They are domesticated, and we may feel close to our pets, just as if they were part of our family. Remember, animals are living beings. We don't own the animals, but rather we just take care of them. We're their caretakers. We are temporarily taking care of them and should try to do the very best we can. So what do pets need? They need food, they need water, and they need shelter, and they need lots of love. When we see animals, we can help these living entities in these bodies by chanting Krishna's names to them and giving them lots of prasadam, which is food offered to Krishna. In this way, we can help elevate them to human forms in their next births, or even help them go straight back to Krishna. Isn't that wonderful? Lord Chaitanya chanted to many animals in his pastimes on this planet. So we also can follow in his footsteps and chant to the animals. Would you like to see some of the animals that we keep here in our home? Let's take a look.
Josie! She's chewing the food and then she's going to come back and get more. Okay. Oh, everything's packed up, eh?
animals? That's an interesting question, which could have quite a few different answers. Well, animals are bodies which living entities take on. We are in human bodies. My pet Suki is in a dog body. The living entity in Sanskrit is called the Jiva Atma. This Jiva Atma is taking on particular bodies according to their desires and karmic reactions. Animals and humans are living, as well as trees and plants. Living entities have consciousness, which means they are aware of their surroundings, although some living entities have a very low consciousness, which means they are not very aware of what is happening around them. Living beings need food and water to grow. I've written a book called All Living Beings. If you'd like to buy one of these books, just contact me through my email address. Let's read the story, shall we? All living beings. A gecko is small and has many famous talents. He can walk across your ceiling, windows or walls, as he has special toe pads which make him not fall. Elephants are big, the largest we now have on land. They have incredible trunks which look rather grand. They can use them as an arm, a straw or a snorkel, and dust themselves in dirt, which is quite normal. Macaws are birds, beautiful and bright. Seeing them is a wonderful sight. From the treetops of the Amazon, they squawk and yell. Their beaks are strong as hammers. They can even crack open coconut shells. Rainbow fish are small, vibrant, colourful and fast. They live in tropical fresh waters and shimmer as they pass. Eating aquatic plants and algae as they swim, the male is more vibrant and the female more dim. A tree is large, with many bright green leaves, which shine in the sun and clean the air we breathe. A flower is small, bright and delicate, growing up toward the sun with petals so elegant. It lightens up the ground with warm, bright colours and fills the air with fragrance, especially in summer. A humpback whale is very large. She swims through oceans far and wide, sometimes with her calf by her side. She plays with other animals of the sea and breaches above so happily. A green tree frog is a wonderful bright green, but sometimes changes colour. He started off as an egg laid in the water by his mother. He lives in the trees, in forested wetlands, or is seen in lush gardens looking rather grand. A rabbit is little, cuddly and furry. Her ears prick right up when she hears a sound, and if she is scared, she hops underground. A baby has tiny fingers, toes and bright button eyes, a cute little nose and soft chubby thighs. They need holding and caring for night and day, lots of fun and lots of play. Krishna, the all-attractive one, the god of love divine, radiant as millions of moons and calming to one's mind. All living beings, big or small, our dear Lord made them all. There was lots of beautiful artwork in that book, wasn't there? Now, have you ever noticed that in so many paintings of Krishna, there are many cows? These cows are Sarabi cows. They are not ordinary cows, and they are all great devotees of Krishna and love him very, very much. Krishna always embraces and kisses his cows. Krishna's cows love him so very much and achieve perfect happiness when Krishna pats them. Just like us in this world, Krishna has pets as well. All of his cows are his pets, but he does have his favourites as well. He has 7 favourites, and their names are Mangala, Pingala, Ganga, Prishangi, Manishkasani, Humpsi and Vamsi Priya. They're very big names to say. Krishna also has a pet oxen. Have you ever seen an ox? They're really large, a little bit like a bull. They have really long hair. Krishna also has other pets. He has a pet deer called Suranga. Can you remember the name of Radharani's pet deer in the Radharani's Pets Kids for Krishna video? If you don't, well, her deer is called Rangini. They are a little bit similar. Suranga is Krishna's pet deer and Rangini is Radharani's pet deer. Well, Krishna also has a pet monkey. Yes, he does. And his pet monkey is called Daddy Loba. Look here. See Daddy Loba? Krishna is sneaking some delicious fresh yogurt and sharing it with him. We're going to show you now how to make a cute swinging Daddy Loba monkey in this video. So keep on watching.
gallery.
Let's have a look at some of your lovely artworks. Here we have Vaishnavi Dasi, age 9 from Perth in Australia. She has made the Nashringa crafts from my Nashringa video. Well done, they look fantastic, Vaishnavi. And this picture was done by Siddha Das from Australia at age 5. Well done, Siddha. Look at Lord Chaitanya dancing with the animals in the Jarakanda forest. This drawing has been submitted by Nitai Das, who was 4 years old. It's the sparrow, from the story of the sparrow who lost her eggs. Here we have a picture by Amberisa Dasi of the cutest little cow. Well done, Amberisa, and great work. Look at this lovely painting by Radharani Dasi, who was age 10 when she did this. It is just so sweet with Krishna cuddling his pet cow. And here we have a drawing by Joshua, who is 5 years old. And of course you know who this is. This is Lord Jagannath. Jaya Lord Jagannath. And here we have Ambika Dasi's artwork from New Zealand. She has completed the Krishna and Balaram projects, which were in the videos in 2020. She's done a wonderful job, and I'm sure she had lots of fun too. Well, thanks for sending me your artworks, and don't forget to keep sending them. Haribol! Krishna also has a pet swan. Have you ever seen a white swan? Swans are so beautiful, aren't they? His pet swan is called Kalishvana. Along with the swan, he also has a pet peacock called Tandavika, and pet parrots called Daksha and Vikakshana. I wonder if they look a little bit like these two parrots. They're very beautiful. Krishna always looks after his pets very, very well. Do you know what a name of Krishna is, which means cowherd boy? Govinda. Krishna is Govinda, as he is always looking after his cows. There's lots of names of Krishna to describe his qualities and his beauty. Wow, there's another name I know of called Pasupala. Krishna is Pasupala, and this means he's the carer of the animals. To become a pet of Krishna's is not an ordinary thing. It's actually a very great fortune. These animals which hang around with Krishna and his friends are great devotees. Even the trees and the plants and the water, they all serve Krishna with their different abilities. Oh, Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Krishna. How are you going?
story which has animals in it?
Yes. Oh gosh, there are so many stories with animals, aren't there? Can you think of any stories, boys and girls, with animals in them? I'm sure you can. Oh, let me think. I can tell you a little story I know. It's about a Brahman and a loincloth. Yes, it does have animals in it. A loincloth, by the way, is a cloth which is wrapped around the lower part of a man. It's kind of like an undergarment or a dhoti. They used to be worn a lot by men in Asia. But today, maybe not so many people use them. A Brahmin is a very important person, like a priest. Traditionally, the Brahmins were the highest class of people in India. The Brahmin in this story was having a little bit of trouble with his loincloth. Let's find out what happened. The Brahman and his loincloth. In a faraway country, a long time ago, there lived a humble Brahmin. His life was very simple, and he spent each day thinking of God. He owned no home or any wonderful possessions. In fact, he didn't have any money at all. Yes, he was a very poor Brahmin indeed. Now, although his life was simple, he did have one problem. The only thing the poor Brahmin owned was his loincloth, and this is where the problem started. Each day as he would wash his loincloth, along came a mouse, a very sneaky mouse. After the Brahmin had hung his cloth to dry, the mouse would come and steal it. And each time this happened, the poor Brahmin would have to find another cloth. This was indeed a problem. He did not want to spend all his time looking for loincloths. So one day he went to his spiritual master.
"Oh, master, a small mouse is always stealing my loincloth. What should I do?"
"That's simple," said his spiritual master. "Just get a cat to chase away the mouse." So the Brahmin got a cat, and the mouse left him alone at last. But
Meow, meow.
the cat was hungry, and he would meow all day long, asking for some milk to drink. So the Brahmin went back to his spiritual master.
"Oh, master, the cat is always crying for milk to drink, and I don't have any. What should I do?"
"Simple," said the spiritual master. "You need to get a cow." So now the poor Brahmin went and got a cow, and he had a cow and a cat. He spent his time looking after them. But that was all right, because at least he wasn't bothered by the mouse, who always used to steal his loincloth. But oh dear, how much time it took to milk the cow and look after the cat. Oh, this will not do, thought the Brahmin. So once again he went to see his spiritual master.
"Oh, master, it takes so long to milk the cow. What should I do?"
"That's simple. What you need is to get married." So now the Brahmin got married, and he had a wife to milk the cow, to feed the cat, and to keep the mouse from stealing his loincloth. But somehow his life was not very simple anymore. His wife's needs were many, and his time was spent each day on household matters.
"Oh, that mouse, he has caused me so much bother. Always stealing my loincloth. Oh dear, what should I do?"
At last, very confused, he went back to his spiritual master.
"Oh, master, I now have a wife to keep the cow, to look after the cat, to chase away the mouse. But I find life so much more difficult now. What should I do?"
"Well, simple," said the spiritual master. "Simply throw away the loincloth." That was a fun story to watch, wasn't it? What a cheeky little mouse. Have you ever made a govardhan hill? They are really fun to make, and you can make it with so many different materials. Let's have a look at how we made this govardhan hill last year. We cut up pieces of sponge and glued them together and painted them. We also painted 2 boards, one for the bottom of the hill and one for the ground. We glued it all together and put some sticks underneath to raise the hill. We also used artificial moss and grass, which made it look more real. When it was finished, we put lots of animals on it and also underneath to show the pastime of when Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill to save the people and animals of Vrindavan from Indra's terrible storm which caused great floods. Look at all these animals with Krishna. They are always happy when they are with Krishna.
Be happy along with your animals underneath Govardhan, 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 underneath Govardhan.
I hope you enjoyed watching how the hill was made. Maybe you can try one at home. Well, it's time for us to go now. Haribol!